Welcome back to Ben's Basics. Tonight we will be making chicken pot pie for a week's meal prep and also chicken toast. You will need chicken thighs, boneless, skinless, about 3 of them, 1/2 onion, 1/2 a large carrot, 1/2 a rib of celery, 1 container of sliced mushrooms, poultry seasoning, white wine, one clove of garlic, chicken bouillon paste, puff pastry sheets, heavy cream, butter, and for the aforementioned chicken toast, white sandwich bread. Start by dicing your onion into a rough dice. We are making what's called a mirepoix, which is 2 parts onion to 1 part celery and carrot. The dice doesn't need to be exact because this will be cooking over a long period of time. The vegetables will break down slightly in the sauce. Next, we will be adding 1 clove of garlic using this garlic smasher. Yeah, I got this as a gift a couple years ago. Let's see how this works. A little messy at first, but a good squeeze and we should get perfectly diced garlic coming out of the... okay, that's not much at all. Shoot, give me a second. Yeah, just gonna use the jar stuff, about 1/2 a tablespoon. Just save yourself some time. Now we're going to be slicing up our chicken thighs. Notice I'm wearing these special gloves. This way I only have to wash the cutting board and the knife. You need to chop the chicken into pieces that are smaller than bite size because you want to be able to fit some chicken, some veg, some mushrooms, all in 1 spoon or forkful. Pour 1 cup of white wine into a container and add 1 tablespoon of chicken bouillon paste and stir to combine. Next, add in about 1/2 a tablespoon of your poultry seasoning. Add 1 tablespoon of butter to a medium pan and melt. Once fully melted, add in your chicken pieces and stir to lightly brown. Make sure you build a nice golden brown fond at the bottom of the pan. Once you have your fond built and color on your chicken, remove your chicken from the pan and add in the mushrooms. Mushrooms will have a lot of moisture to cook out. Just keep stirring them until the mushrooms pick up the fond from the chicken and get a nice slightly brown color. At that point, remove the mushrooms and place with the chicken pieces. Add in another tablespoon of butter, and once melted, add in your onions. Now stir your onions to pick up any of the fond left in the pan and cook them until they become slightly translucent. Once translucent, add in another small pat of butter and the rest of your vegetables. Stir until they soften. Alright, now when your vegetables start to look like this, go ahead and add back in your meat and mushrooms. Once your mushrooms and meat have warmed up again, go ahead and add in the cup of wine and chicken stock. There we go, like that. Sure you get every little bit of that bouillon in there. Now you're going to need to cook this on medium-high heat until the stock evaporates, at least by half. There, yeah, it wants to be looking a little bit thick there. Now add in 1/4 cup of heavy cream. Go ahead and stir it to combine. Let it thicken up and emulsify a little bit there. Yeah, you want to make sure that you don't have any weird clumps of spices in there. Yeah, when it starts looking a little bit thick like that, go ahead and lower the heat and start tasting and seasoning, adding little bits of black pepper and salt as needed. There we go, I'm using my automatic pepper grinder. continually taste it, keep tasting it, and you want to make sure that when you pull the sauce off, it leaves a clear streak. Alright, go ahead and put in your chicken mix into a Tupperware container and store it in the fridge. We've got to wait until this cools down, but we're not going to waste this drippings on the pan here. Now we're going to make chicken toast. Go ahead and butter one piece of bread and then swipe that piece of bread all over that pan. You want to get as much of this sauce as you can. This is going to be amazing. I always eat this every day that I meal prep for chicken pot pie for the week. Place both slices of bread on an aluminum foil lined baking sheet and prop under the broiler for a couple minutes, and boom, chicken toast. Now we're going to make the pie. Go ahead and roll out your puff pastry and cut out 4 circles using one of these crocks or any other type of container as your guide. I'm using these crocks because this is about the perfect size for a single serving of chicken pot pie. You want it to be cut just a little bit bigger than the crock. That way you can do a nice fold over. Go ahead and just cut 4 of those out there. You're going to be left with some scraps. I'm going to bake those with the pie just to get some weird little shapes. Now we're going to assemble. Go ahead and dock or poke holes into the crust. And now we're going to stuff the crock. Grab a big spoonful and you want to just press that down. Go ahead and get really large spoonfuls in there. Press down. I'm going to pack as much of this meat mixture in as you can. This is the heart and soul of your chicken pot pie. That's right. Get every little bit in there. Make sure you get all the way to the top. Alright. Now, make sure you have your oven preheated to 375. While you do this, go ahead and press the side of your fork down on the edges of the crust. Doing this to make sure it forms a nice seal, and it's also very decorative. There we go. Go ahead and put it on a rimmed baking sheet when ready. And put it in your oven, 375, for 20 minutes. You might want to pop the broiler on if you don't have a nice brown crust, but there we go. Nice brown crust, and look at that. Look at how crispy that is. Alright, let's dig in. Just poke in, make a nice hole in the side there, and pull out the goodness. Chicken pot pie for every day of the week. It's amazing. Look at that steam. Oh my goodness. If I don't know a better meal for the week, oh yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe. And stay tuned for more.